That there is a bull. And yeah, I know the jokes you're thinking in your head. A bull in a China shop. It was actually a convenience store, so calm down. But that was in Lima, Peru. This bull broke free apparently from a slaughterhouse. So we saw his fate was gonna be on. And in fact, he made his way to this general area, destroyed this store. I could watch it multiple times. For some reason, because I put myself in the head and the mindset of that bull, and he's like, if I'm going out, I'm taking a few folks with me, so why not? This isn't the first time though. I enjoyed that thoroughly, but it happened also in Los Angeles. We can be like, yeah, that's Lima, Peru. Who knows how those slaughterhouses are held together and who knows which kind of bears they could have broken free from. But in June of just last year, I'm surprised that I didn't hear about this. A herd of cattle escaped an LA slaughterhouse and they ran through local neighborhoods too. Let's watch.
They went into somebody's yard.
Wreaking chaos on the city. 40 cattle escaped. More details, because those 40 cows got away. This is again back then on Tuesday night when an employee mistakenly left a door open. That's all it takes, apparently. The animals stampeded through residential streets, causing property damage. One was killed by a sheriff's deputy after charging at a family, as you saw a little bit of pieces of it there, and another was recovered 2 days later. My man was hanging out in South El Monte, which is about 5 miles away, man. He lived his life. And you know what? Here's the good part. He continued to live his life because I'm sorry, maybe it was a cow. That one cow will be sent to the farm sanctuary in Acton, pending a health examination by state agriculture officials, thanks to the efforts of Grammy Award-winning songwriter Diane Warren and the group Animal Alliance Network. That's not it, because even further back in 2017, 6 cows in St. Louis escaped a slaughterhouse, and they came to be known as the St. Louis Six. It's actually a pretty cool nickname. I wish they knew what the hell it meant. They could be proud of it. They evaded capture for a few hours, but also they were also eventually taken to a sanctuary as well. It looks like the way to get out of being slaughtered is to just break free, and then people will see your plight and take you in. Let's watch what they did.
We were here in California watching the news about these 6 cows that had escaped a slaughterhouse, and they were running through the streets of St. Louis. You could see the terror in their eyes. They had nowhere to go and no one to help them, but they were desperate to live. There was one clip where Chico, who's the leader of these cows, was keeping the authorities behind a tree so his brothers could get out and run out of that area. It was very deliberate that they were trying to keep each other alive and find some sort of safety. At the end of the day, they all got rounded up and sent back to the slaughterhouse. It was eating me up. I couldn't sleep. I wanted there desperately to be a good outcome. There was a small group of the community that was raising freedom money to convince the slaughterhouse owner to release them to a sanctuary. The owner said that he would wait for 4 days. We jumped on a red-eye flight and got there in time.
I am Team Kyle and Team Bull. Look at this, bro. So those St. Louis Six were also saved. They eventually went to a sanctuary called the Gentle Barn. That's in Santa Clarita out here in Southern California as well. And in fact, I've been to the Gentle Barn because my wife said, let's go out to the Gentle Barn because we get to pet cows. And then they treat them like the animals that they are rather than just food. And I was like, cool. I hugged a cow that day. Maybe it was one of the St. Louis Six and I had no idea that I was speaking to royalty apparently. Cows are pretty smart, Dan. In fact, those specific 6, they were like, listen, this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna ram a couple cars, you guys go left, the other 3 you go right, and we're gonna make it out of here alive. And look,
write it down.
It works. And also, suddenly I don't see, when you see stuff like this, I think the general human response, maybe you don't. You don't seem as slaughter worthy and ready to go to your plate as a steak.
Yeah, I of course come from the bias of having been essentially not having eaten cows for about a decade now.
I knew it. Didn't I say this yesterday? Sorry, Dan. I said this to the producers yesterday. I said, I'm glad Dan's on for this because I guarantee you he's one of those guys who isn't eating this yet. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah. So I am, of course, an advocate for the fact that many animals that we put on our plate and eat are incredibly intelligent. In fact, most of the ones that do, because they have environments and communities just like we do. Honestly, better communities than the human population does at this day of time. And they are able to, almost in ways that we've put in animated movies. I think Chicken Run, for example, was one of the greatest pieces of Marxist propaganda of our time, where it was about chickens learning to escape from a chicken killing facility and not avoiding being made into pot pies. Of course, that's an animated claymation film from England, but the point still stands that animals are innocent, but also animals are really intelligent, and we should be finding more ways to, decrease our meat consumption as people, and working to figure out how factory farms can convert and move away towards these highly pollutant, by the way, affecting climate change kind of measures.
The word is spreading, and they've gotten through through all the other cows that are still in bondage. This is part of the revolution. So look, I accidentally don't eat much as far as ground beef and all that stuff goes, but I feel better when I don't. So no, I'm not on the vegetarian and vegan route, but if need be, it's not that big of a transition for me. I gotta be honest. Once I stop and think about it, I don't even do it that much. And then when you see stuff like this, again, let them go. Go to the general barn, pet a couple cows.